I want to expand a little more on the NFL and just the game rigging in general. Remember to subscribe and hit the bell notification. Good morning, everyone. This is Karl F. Rose, recording from Bedford, Pennsylvania, on Monday, September 9th, 2019. And I just want to say that this is my first video using my new studio lighting that I've got set up over there. Got one light over here, my ceiling light over there, and my studio light over there to the left of me. I'll just have to kind of play around with the studio light, but so far I like it. I've got my lamp here off. Anyway, just wanted to get that out of the way. What I want to talk about, I already did my podcast on the Lions and Arizona game. If you're not subscribed to my podcast channel, head over to my channel, and you'll see Karl's Corner Podcast. Hit on the subscribe button and the bell notification, and then you'll be able to get all my podcasts. I'm going to start doing, pretty soon I'm going to be doing daily podcasts. I keep saying that, I know, but I'm working on it. Had a lot of technical issues to work out, so I finally got that. But anyway, yeah, head over there, hit the bell notification, hit the subscribe button, and you'll get notified of all my podcasts. I mainly do a lot of Detroit sports related stuff, and in particular with the NFL season, the Lions. But I want to talk about on this one. It affects all 32 teams. It's not just the Lions, but the Lions in particular are getting the raw end of the deal. And this is what I want to say to all my the fellow Detroit people is, I think it's time for us to stand up. I mean, look at all four Detroit teams. They're all miserable. I'm not expecting the Pistons to do any good. I'm not expecting the Red Wings to do any good. And I'm expecting the Lions to lose every single game from here on out. Their season's over. After yesterday's tie, the Detroit Lions season is over. And that's just the way it is. It's the way the networks want it. It's the way the media wants it. Somebody over and above, and you can't tell me that Martha Ford is that inept of an owner, and the Elitch, however you pronounce it, the Tigers, they've got 100 losses already. You can't tell me that they are that inept as owners. Something bigger is going on, and trust me, if I was in the Detroit area, I'd be out there in front of games. I'd have a sign. I'd say, we deserve better. We want more. Stop the game rigging, that sort of thing. Because this is all for TV ratings. The advertisers don't want to see a Detroit team near the top because they don't want to spend their advertising dollars that's being focused to the citizens of Detroit. And that's unfair. That is just simply unfair, uncalled for, and I, as I said in my podcast, I'm saying again on this talk, because I just wanted to try this with my lighting. I'm loving the way the lighting's coming out. But anyway, yeah, it's time to stand up and call for action. Get a petition signed, get some sort of congressional investigation into all the owners of all the sports and the heads of the media, and find out why there is such bias against the city of Detroit and the sports teams, and who's behind it. And so help me God, I don't care if it's the owners or whatever. Whoever's involved needs to be, because it's a federal crime to fix games in gaming. That's what we're talking about here. I'm talking about all sports. This is a full-blown problem. I mean, 50 years of ineptitude by the Lions. There's something wrong, and I've been screaming about this for years. yesterday was just proof. And then the other games, so what I said in my podcast, the Cowboys and Giants, that was clearly rigged, and the Steelers and the Patriots, 33-3. You can't tell me the Pittsburgh Steelers are that bad of a team. So there's something going on, and it's all about the advertising dollars, merchandise, and that sort of thing. And there's a reason why and you know, Terry Bradshaw and all those commenters. It's a joke. It's all scripted, and I'm sick and tired of Terry Bradshaw. He makes me want to vomit. Steve Mariucci on the NFL Network. I just want to put on my steel-toed boot and kick him right in the crotch. Those are just two of the people. Howie Long. He's kind of. It's kind of funny. He's not as bad as the rest, but he's still part of the game. He's still part of the thing. They're all in it. Jimmy Johnson. I loved him as a coach, Jimmy, even though I didn't like the teams he coached. But as soon as he got to the network, he's just a horse's rear end. But I just wanted to get this quick little video out and say that I think the people of the city of Detroit deserve better. They deserve better from their teams. We need answers as to why all four teams are doing miserably. And they'll come up and they'll say, oh, so-and-so retired, because that was the latest thing with the Red Wings. That's going to be their latest excuse. And then the thing with Andre Drummond on the Pistons, whether he wants to stay or leave. So there's going to be issues there. So that's going to be a reason why the Pistons aren't going to do any good. And as we all know, the Tigers have 100 losses already. So there's something wrong. There needs to be action. People need to just to voice their opinion. I don't know who you go to, but there is something terribly, terribly wrong, and it's time for all of us in the Detroit community to say, you know, we've had it, we want answers. Why is this going on? Because after yesterday's tie, I'm furious. I'm predicting the Lions to lose the rest of the games. All my predictions from here on out is going to be a loss for the Lions. I'm saying 75-0 they're going to lose to the Chargers, even though I know that's not the score, but I'm sticking with it because that's just how ridiculous this whole thing is. I'm fed up and upset. It got to the point where it's not even fun anymore. I just flip through all the teams and I'm just going to watch the games, and what I catch on the Lions, I catch on the Lions because I know they're going to lose anyway because they've had it set up. So it's all Hollywood scripted, and it's a bunch of nonsense. Anyway, well, the main thing is I'm actually enjoying this, my lighting setup. I'm going to do more stand-up in my studio setup that I have, where I'm actually standing instead of sitting, because I need to get rid of my gut here. I don't need to show you that. Nobody needs to see my gut. But I'm going to do a lot more standing, kind of like TED Talks type of videos on a number of things. I need to get away from the Lion stuff, but I will continue to pump out my Lion stuff on a regular basis, but I need to diversify a little bit and do some things that I'm trained and qualified to do that I haven't really done on my channel. Which is I've been trained in public speaking and teaching and that sort of thing, so I need to get more into that. That's something that I've never done on my channel, and you'll see a different type of format. You're going to see a lot of different stuff. But as far as the Lions go, yeah, I'm going to still be doing it. I'm going to speak my mind, and I'm not going to stop until we get answers. The city of Detroit needs better. The citizens of Detroit need better. The fans of all Detroit teams need better, deserve better. And I, for one, I want answers. I'm going to demand answers, and we need to go to the appropriate people and get this to Congress somehow. Because there's something wrong, and it's terribly, terribly wrong, and this is not right not only for the teams, but it's not right for the city itself. It's not right for the fans who go there and spend their hard-earned dollars. Many of them don't really have the money to really, but they spend their hard-earned dollars to get a less than perfect product. And on paper, the Lions have a team that should be capable of at least getting to and winning playoff games, and even possibly being a Super Bowl mentioned for a Super Bowl contender. But no, the networks are doing something. And that's what we need to get to the root of and find out where it's coming from, who's giving the orders, and because it's coming from somewhere over and above Martha Ford. And but there's a lot of people involved, and it needs to stop. It needs to stop now. Anyway, well, that's about it. And if you like these videos, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification. And trust me, I'm just getting started on this. And you're going to hear me week in and week out, and it's going to be the same story until we get action. So with that, have a good day.